Hi, this is Terry Butcher. Watch my latest update on Hibernian TV.
Terry, the start of another busy week here at the training centre. How do you feel the players have reacted to the disappointment at Pittodrie?
Well, we've had a good time to get over it, really. We had the weekend, Saturday and Sunday off, and the boys took a well-deserved rest, really. The amount of effort they put into the festive matches was quite exceptional. But when you lose a match, and particularly in the manner that we did late on in the game, it hurts even more. But that's our only sort of hurt that we've had, really, over Christmas and New Year. So it's been a pretty good run for us. So, but to lose the last one of that sequence was, it's a little bit difficult because we'd played so well and done, we'd accumulated so many points before. But sometimes you get a slap in the face in football, and as much as you're on top, sometimes you can be, rock bottom. So we're not anywhere near rock bottom. We've still got a lot of good things going for us, and we've done a lot of good things in the past, in the recent past. But the lads are, very philosophical. They're strong. They've got back to the familiar environment of the training centre. Plus the fact there's a good few days now between that defeat on Friday and a St Mirren match on Saturday. And we're playing at Easter Road again, which is nice. And we're looking forward to playing and getting back to Easter Road as well, because we've won the last two games there and still got some very good memories of the Hearts match in particular. So yeah, it's good to get back to normality, and it's good to get back to something that's familiar, which is the training centre and a good week's preparation.
There was so much talked about our home record. Do you feel that now we've proved our doubters wrong, and that we can build on the progress that's been already made? Well,
there's only small steps that we're building on, yeah, but we've definitely built, and I think already I've said that we're looking forward to playing at Easter Road, and that's something that you probably wouldn't have said towards the tail end of 2013. But the boys have good memories of the Kilmarnock match, especially, and the Hearts game, and the atmosphere, and the aftermath, and with the fans singing "Sunshine on Leith." It's great memories, and we want to hear more of that, and we want to see more of that. But that means a winning team on the pitch. And when you look back on the last couple of matches in particular, the last game of 2013 and the first game of 2014, it does bring back good memories, and I think those memories we'll cling on to, and we'll want to repeat and make it 3 wins in a row at home. So I think it's good to get back to playing at home. We've had two tough away matches, 2 hard away matches, and competitive away games, and only taken 1 point out of 6 when it could easily have been 4. But that's football. That's that knife edge that you balance on sometimes between success and failure. So we ended up on the wrong side of that line. In previous matches, we've been on the right side of that line. So we've got to make sure that we're on the right side of the line again when it comes to future matches. But getting back to Easter Road is a big thrill for everybody, because it has got such good recent immediate memories.
Looking at the bigger picture, Terry, how do you measure the progress that's been made so far? Because already we've only lost 2 matches. They're away at arguably the 2 top teams in the division, and they were narrow defeats at that. So there must be some level of progress that you've already seen yourself.
Yeah, so we've said all the time we're making little steps towards what we want to achieve, and the progress has been made, and we're making progress all the time. And even in the game at Aberdeen, you look, well, there weren't that many positives that you could probably garnish, but there still were positives, and as much as we were a difficult side to break down, and we've lost to a wonder goal in the end. Although we haven't created much, we've still been hard to beat, and very difficult to get through. So teams are not cutting through us. We've got a very good, stable back 4 with Ben in goal as well. So that back 5 has done very, very well, allied with the work that that the front 6 do in front of them. So we're difficult to break down. And I think when we first came in, Morris and I, we were saying that's really what we wanted to be, first and foremost, hard to beat. And now, having scored goals in quite a few consecutive games, it was disappointing not to score against Aberdeen, but never really looked like scoring. So we've gone from sort of one aspect of scoring goals freely to and conceding goals to not conceding goals and not scoring goals frequently. So we've got to try and get it right at both ends at the same time. And in games before that Aberdeen defeat, we have been doing just that as well. So we're learning more about each other. Certainly learning more about the squad and about the strengths of each player. So I think we're definitely making good progress, and it's still steady, but we continue to want to make those little baby steps and continue moving forward, which I think we're doing.
What's your verdict on Ben Williams as well? He's not a player that you've worked with previously prior to your appointment here at Hibs, and who would you liken him to in terms of goalkeepers that you've worked with in the past?
Well, he's very good. He doesn't have a lot to do. I mean, when you think about the number of saves he's had to make, he hasn't had to make that many because, as I said, teams are not cutting through us. They're not getting behind us or through the middle, or they're not getting down the flanks a lot of the time. So we've been very pleased with our displays at the back, but Ben's not been called upon to do that much. But what he has done, he's done very well. But he's a solid keeper. He talks very well. He commands the box well, and he's I think the players have got confidence that if a shot does get through, Ben's going to be up to the task. But I think he's had a pretty quiet time in many aspects, and that's indicated by the number of points that we've picked up and the number of clean sheets that we've accumulated as well. But he's very appreciative of the fact that the players in front of him work the socks off to try and restrict the opposition to a limited amount of chances. But certainly with everybody's improving, everybody's now getting the gist of what we want, and now getting the gist of what each other can do.
Obviously, in terms of his reliability, he's pretty much been an ever-present since he started here at Hibs, and he's only missed one game, I believe, and that was because he was rested before the cup final. So overall, he's a steady last line of defence, isn't he?
He is, and I think there's been we've worked with some good goalkeepers in the past, Morris and myself, and people like Gordon Marshall and Ryan Essen and Dean Brill and people like that. So we've had some really good goalkeepers, young and old, to work with. So he's up there with all the other guys that we've put in goal. But if you've got a good goalkeeper and you've got a good strong back four, it does give you a good platform to go on and do things. It's further forward now that we need to sort of not so much concentrate, but need to work out even harder to make sure that we're giving us the best possible chance of winning the match. We can secure the game, we can hold on to leads, and generally we can do that. But with the back four that we've got, it's a very strong one. But we need to work on going forward. And Ben can start off attacks very well with his kicking, with his throws. Certainly our fullbacks like to get forward too. And our back four, when you look at the back four, the way it goes up for corners, we're a big threat in the opponent's box as well. So we're getting to where we want to be, but but we're taking small steps on the way. But we're very happy with what we've done so far.
Terry, we're now in the middle of the January transfer window. Just how difficult is it to get deals over the line at this time of year?
Well, Steve and I went up and down the country yesterday and looking at things and looking at players and crossing players off our list and adding one or two and all that sort of thing. But it's really hard because the players that are available to come out, and they're normally very young, inexperienced. They've got some good attributes, and in probably a year or 2 years' time they'll be very good players. But we want what's right for Hibernian Football Club, and that means that we want some quality as well. And players that may be available in the next couple of weeks aren't quite available yet. So it's very frustrating because we know the position we want to fill, we know what sort of calibre of person we want, but that person's not quite out there at the moment. The summer transfer window is completely different because the players come out of contract and new managers come in and they're changing squads around and all this sort of thing as well. So the summer is totally different. So it's difficult, it's hard, but we'll keep on trying, and I'm sure that one or two will come up before the end of January.